Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel for my second video. Today I had mentioned on Twitter and Facebook, if you follow me, that I am doing a video today based on a question my friend asked me, which was, what was your favorite drugstore brand? And Wet n Wild is probably my absolute favorite drugstore brand. Great quality products, great cheap prices, best of both worlds. So I'm going to do a makeup tutorial using several of their products today. Not everything I have is Wet n Wild, unfortunately, but I will show you all the products. I'll have them listed below in the description box for you to reference should you like to buy them or want to know. I have my daughter with me today, so if you hear any chattering or giggling in the background, it is Zoe, my daughter, my youngest child, and she's 9 years old. So let's get started. I have already primed and moisturized my face. For primer, I did not have a Wet n Wild primer that I like to use. I like to use the NYX color correcting for red spots. And I also like to use just e.l.f. for all over. It is really, really good. A lot of dimethicone, so fills in fine lines. Doesn't necessarily fill in your pores, but I'm going for a more natural look today. Wet n Wild's foundations are much more natural based. So, with that being said, I am debating whether I should use the new Cushion Cream foundation that I got in the color Light Ivory, or if I should use my trusty Photo Focus foundation in the shade Nude Ivory. So, what do you think, Zoe?
I don't know.
Okay, how about we go with the cushion? Because I've only used it once. I'm not really familiar with it. I really liked what I did see, how it did wear. So, we'll use that today and just kind of see how things go. It's very quick to apply. You open it up. There's a little poof, or a sponge. It's not really a poof. It's a sponge. And then you open up the little doorway there, and there's your product. And, of course, you can dab, dab, dab this in there. And that's initially what I'm going to do. And then use a Wet n Wild brush, the stippling brush, which is nice and densely packed. I'm going to use a stippling brush to brush in any excess that I'm not able to dab all the way down. There we go. There's some product. Now, I would like to say that if any of you subscribers, watchers, whatever, have any questions for me about me, please let me know. Because on Friday, I'd like to do like a Friendship Friday where we get to know each other, where you guys can get to know some information on me. And I, in turn, can follow you guys and get some information on you. And any tips and tricks, anything that you guys might have of interest. And just girl talk, just be there for each other. I really want my channel to be interactive as much as possible. And I love talking to people. So that would just be definitely my cup of tea. As you can see, coverage is really, really sheer. But I kind of like it. Because it does give you some coverage. But you can still see my freckles. So I think I'm going to go in with a second layer. And just kind of see how it layers up. And from there then, we'll decide whether this is a keeper or we need to add a little something more to it. I may just not have grabbed enough product the first time around. Because like I said, I haven't played with this much, so I don't know how much is a good amount to use. You live and you learn. And then according to the commercial, you get loves, but I'm out of diaper stages, thankfully, so I don't have to worry about that. So, I would like to know if you wouldn't care to comment down below like I said, things you want to know, information you'd like to know, information you'd like to share. Tell me who your favorite beauty vloggers are. I have a list of them that I love to watch, but some of it is pertinent information to me and some of it's not. I just enjoy the presenters. Most of the ones I watch have oily skin, and I have very dry skin. So a lot of the things they use, a lot of the products they use, I can't. So this is the finished result. I really like it. It's sheer coverage. You can still see, like I said, my freckles and stuff. But it's got a nice, just overall tone down about it. And I like that. I'm okay with that. Because like I said, Wet n Wild's more of a natural product. So next, we will go in with our concealer. I do not have a Wet n Wild concealer that I'm crazy about, so I'm going to be using the Maybelline Age Rewind in the color Fair. Do any of you have a Wet n Wild concealer that you're crazy about or that you could recommend to me? Because I just haven't found one. The Photo Focus one really clumped on me under my eyes because under my eye area is so super dry. Now, I have also been using, as part of the moisturization process, I do use an oil under my eyes, and I use eye cream before I moisturize my face to try, before I moisturize my face, then I moisture on top of it to try to give as much of a chance for my face to soak in moisture and to plump up as I can get it to prior to putting on makeup. This is a L'Oreal concealer sponge, by the way, that I absolutely love. Now, got concealer going, we've got foundation going. So next, I'm going to take my little Wet n Wild Mega Glow Contour Palette in the shade Dulce de Leche. And I'm going to attempt to contour. Contour is not my strong suit, and by golly, I wish it was, because I've seen some makeup stars transform their whole face with amazing contouring skills. And I don't have them, but I'm working on them. I'm using an EcoTools large fan brush to put on my contour. You think it's funny, Zoe?
Yeah.
Now, a tip is always brush your contour up so you can blend it into your blush.
Did you even put blush on?
Yes, baby, I put blush on. Alright. Speaking of, I'm going to go in with the Wet n Wild Ombre Blush. This is one of my favorites from them. It's really light, really natural, really pretty. You know, it's kind of got an ombre effect to it. So I'm going to load up my brush, tap off the excess, and go for the application. The apples of my cheeks are naturally pink. I try to tone it down. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So I'm not really going to go all the way down on the apples. I'm just going to keep it toward the back to blend in with my contour. All right. Now, I am going to set under my eyes. Again, I don't really have a loose powder from Wet n Wild. I don't even know if they have one out. So I'm going to use good old Coty Airspun. Cheap, drugstore. You know, you're talking $5 or $6. It's a huge container of it. It will last you quite a while. So I'm going to take my little sponge that I use to set my concealer, and I'm just going to, I'm not doing a full bake. I'm doing a set. because my skin is so dry, I can't do a big bake. Like a lot of the YouTubers do, where you just let it set and soak in and all that. I can't do that. And I'm going to just tap away the excess. All right. Also going to do on the side of my nose, because that and right here on my chin are the only places I get oily. Under my eyes, it just gets really cakey and cracked, and so that's why I set it with powder down there. So there we go. Now we're set. Now, last thing I'm going to do on my face, as far as applying a product that's powder, is going to be the Mega Glow Highlighter Powder in Blossom Glow. And this is one of the new ones. It's really, really beautiful. And the payoff's really nice. Not exactly subtle, but not overpowering by any means. And I'm going to take my Wet n Wild fan brush. And I'm just going to put just a little bit. I'm not going to do a whole lot because I'm a 38-year-old mom of 6. I don't need to bling and glow like I'm a 20-year-old going to a party, because I'm not. So I just want something to make my skin look healthy and pretty and a little bit younger than it actually is.
Well, I thought you said you didn't want to look younger.
No, I said I don't want to look like a 20-year-old. I didn't say I didn't want to look younger. I didn't want to look like a 20-year-old going to a rave or a party or the club or whatever they call it.
I don't know what that means.
All right. So now I am going to set my face, because this is a huge, huge important step for me. If I do not spray my face with a setting spray to take down all the powders that I've just applied to my face, I look within 2 or 3 hours like I have desert skin. I have dry patches come through. The powder sets into my lines. It gathers at the corners of my mouth, under my eyes. I can't deal with that. So what I use, what is my holy grail, is the Milani Make It Dewy. This stuff is amazing. You spray it all over. I have a little fan that I use, a little pitiful broke fan that I use to set it. And then it's like magic. You cannot see any powder or anything on my face. Once this is on there, it looks like skin. So we'll go ahead and do that. And I'll take my pitiful fan. And we're good. And so now it just really sets nice and natural. All right. Now, I am going to take the Wet n Wild, one of the new palettes in Rosé in the Air. This is supposed to be a dupe for the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. I do not own the Modern Renaissance palette, so I can't tell you. I have very few high-end products because I'm a Southern, barely middle-class mom with a buttload of kids. So if I get it, it is a gift usually, or a, oh my God, I need retail therapy stat purchase. So it is just not very often that I'll have higher end makeup. I do have a few products that are higher end, but just not a lot, and I'm okay with that. The few products that I do have are amazing. I love them. And they're almost all thanks to my husband, David. So, first off in here, I am going to take this bone color right here. And I am going to apply it all over the lid as a transition. And as a, kind of like a glider. A lot of people use eyeshadow primers. I do sometimes. Most times I'll just use my concealer as an eyeshadow primer. However, today I did not, because there's a lot of times it can take me quite a while to get it in all the creases. And I don't know if y'all are ready for that yet. You're already having to see me with my hair slicked back and looking all crazy out of the shower. So, these are powdery. They go on great though. They blend wonderful. Next, we're going to take the top transition shade and we're actually going to put it in the crease for transition. And I'm using my Wet n Wild Fluffy eyeshadow brush. Now, here's a huge difference between me and these beautiful younger ladies on YouTube. My eyes are so wrinkly, my eyelids are so wrinkly, that I don't have to actually move the brush back and forth and back and forth. I can set it in one place and do this. And it deposits it exactly the same and gives me half the frustration. So, I'm kosher with that, man. It's part of my my beautiful fat sassy self. I'm hoping one day my voice will get back to normal. It is still broken up and deeper than normal because I had a seriously bad sinus infection, which left me with laryngitis for about 3 days.
What is that?
Laryngitis is where it messes up your voice and makes it to where you can't talk seamlessly.
I don't know what that is.
Alrighty then.
Okay.
So now I am going to take the orange shade right here. And I'm going to apply that over top. Just a little bit on the lower portion of the crease. So some will get on the lid, and that's okay.
Is Peabody awake yet?
Sorry for the faces.
What? I always make faces.
Alright. Now, I am going to take another... Again, sorry for going out of frame. I am not a professional. Taking another fluffy brush, which is clean. And I'm just going to blend that in. And I'm going to tell you something. What I'm seeing in my mirror is nowhere near as crazy as it looks on the camera on the phone. It looks so much more subtle in the mirror. Okay, alright. So now I'm going to take this beautiful violet color, kind of a matte violet-y color right here. And I'm going to start putting that on the back of the eyelid, on the back portion of the eyelid. Just going to back it on and spread it out. So, I guess I could tell you a little bit about me while I am doing this. I am 38. I'm getting ready to be 39 on January 20th. I was born in 79, but basically an 80s baby and a 90s teen. And I grew up in Knoxville, Tennessee. Love my mom and dad very much. They're still married. They are 39 years strong. And
I thought they were like 54 or something.
They're in their 50s, but they've been married for 39 years. Next, I'm going to take this shade right here under the bone color. It's got a lot of metallic in it. I don't know if you can see that. I'm going to put that in there and put it on the inner half of the eyelid. I did graduate high school. I went to 1 year of college, couldn't decide what I wanted to be when I grew up, so I decided growing up wasn't really in my future and stopped going to school. I'm still just kind of like a mega goober kid.
Me and Scarlett are going to be the same thing.
And what's that?
I can't remember.
You can't remember? Okay.
I know what it is.
All right. And so I am going to spray. I'm going to pick up a little bit of this and then spray my brush. Pick up a little. And apply it wet. Oh, yeah. That's the payoff I was looking for.
Yeah, and it also went in my eyes and up my nose.
Aw, lucky you. You're going to have a glittery nose. Watch out. Here it goes again. Alright. Now, I'm going to take my fluffy brush with a little bit more of that transition color, the first transition color that we used on it. And I'm just going to kind of blend that back over. Same thing over here. Now, I'm going to take a little bit of tissue paper and I'm going to try to clean up where I've gotten outside of where I want to be.
What?
Are you abandoning me, Zoe?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Alright, yeah, that cleaned up alright. And I'm going to take my stippling brush and just kind of touch back up. Alright. Now, I think that I want to darken up the outside corner a little bit. So I think I'm going to take this Wet n Wild eyeshadow brush, and I think I'm going to take a little bit of this dark, like a brick red, kind of, a little bit lighter than brick red, more brown, and just kind of pat that in the, pat that over here in the corner, in the outer V. Just give it just a little bit more punch. You alright, sweetie?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I'm just going to stand here.
You guess you're just going to stand here?
Yeah. Because, remember, I can't get through there.
Okay. I'm sorry. Alright. So, there's that. I am going to use a little bit of Wet n Wild eyeliner now. The skinny tip felt eyeliner, felt tip eyeliner. And this is, like I said, this is Wet n Wild also. It glides on really super easy. It is a very rich, beautiful black. I am not at all left-handed, so I cannot begin to tell you how much concentration this is taking.
It wouldn't take me that long because I am left-handed.
I know it, Zoe. Actually, you're more along the lines of ambidextrous.
Yeah. David definitely is. He does everything with his right hand except for writing.
Just about. Just about.
Hey, Mommy. I got a funny idea. You should celebrate me and Cooper on Left-Handers Day. Me and him are both left-handed.
Yep, and so is David. All right,
All
now.
three of us in.
All right, now I'm going to curl my eyelashes. And I don't know what kind of eyelash curler this is. A cheap one. And then I do not have a Wet n Wild mascara that I am currently in love with. So I am going to use the L'Oreal Lash Paradise in black because I am absolutely in love with it. It's black as black, actually. The Lash Paradise. So it is an amazing product. It works really, really well. It separates, it lifts, it helps hold a curl. I don't have curly eyelashes at all. I have to curl them to get any kind of anything other than the downward swoop. And I will not be applying false lashes because I usually only do false lashes on special occasions. I apply them okay. I'm still fairly insecure about it. So until I get a stronger eyelash game, or just maybe, maybe I'll just be the all-natural lash girl. I don't know. But I'm not at a place where I feel comfortable wearing them on a day-to-day basis.
The boys are here.
Would you please go tell them we're over here?
If I can get through.
Oh, that's right. All right, guys. So here is my finished look for the Wet n Wild makeup tutorial. I will do my hair and everything later. I'm sorry you're not getting to see that. My children are now coming in from school, so I have to skedaddle. God bless you. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.